This video covers the McCue Cartridge Expert ProVac inkjet cartridge refilling system. The ProVac can refill the most popular cartridges from HP, Canon, Lexmark and Dell. The most profitable cartridges to refill are those with heads attached rather than cartridges which are just ink tanks. Cartridges with heads attached are also the most difficult to fill without deep vacuum technology, such as that provided with the ProVac. The vast majority of these cartridges contain foams which retain the ink, and only a deep vacuum can remove the air from the foams and from within the cartridge, so as to ensure that there is a continuous ink link between the nozzles and the foams. Without a continuous ink link, then the printouts will streak, you will prematurely lose a color, or it may not print at all. A deep vacuum will also ensure that the maximum amount of ink is absorbed by the foams. Cartridge manufacturers, the OEMs, use a deep vacuum, and so does the ProVac. Hand filling these types of cartridges with a syringe or similar non-vacuum method will never be as successful or as reliable as deep vacuum filling. Note that seemingly identical cartridges are often not, and that manufacturers fit smaller foams in the lower capacity types. The ProVac will fill these various types to their optimum capacity. The ProVac uses cassettes of ink rather than messy bottles. Each cassette contains color-matched and specific ink for the cartridge type to be filled. On receipt of a cartridge, it is necessary to ascertain its condition. Give it a good look over and see if there is any obvious sign of damage to the head or contacts. Ask the customer when did they last use it and did it work okay? How has it been stored and transported since? Compare the cartridge weight against the print empty weight given in the chart. If the cartridge weighs significantly heavier than expected, it may have dried out in the printer and it may not refill successfully. Perform a dab test. You're unlikely to receive a very good imprint at this point. Put the cartridge into the ultrasonic bath, which contains head cracker and deionized or distilled water. Put it in there for at least a minute. Afterwards, remove the cartridge. Perform a dab test. You should hopefully see a reasonable imprint of the head. If not, repeat the cleaning process. Small holes need to be drilled into the lids of Canon, Lexmark, Dell and some HP cartridges. This is accomplished by using hand tools provided with the system. Select the appropriate cassette for the cartridge to be refilled. Press the Go button on the screen, and now scan the barcode. The message on screen will confirm the cartridge type and the adapter to be used. Follow the on-screen instructions, select the correct adapter and insert it into the vacuum chamber and connect the appropriate tubes. Lock the handle and press the Go button. Carefully cut each side of the sealing strip on the top of the cassette. Remove the sealing strip. Open the cassette station shutter. Insert the cassette and close the shutter. The system will now prime. This will involve filling the tubes, pump and the needles with ink from the cassette. This will normally take about 30 seconds. The system will now request that the cartridge is fitted. First off, pull down the handle, lift the adapter, insert the cartridge, put the adapter back in, lock the handle and press the Go button on the screen. The operator is now no longer required until the end of the cycle. The system will now empty the cartridge. This will take between 3 and 5 minutes depending on the cartridge type. It is essential to empty the cartridge, especially a color cartridge, as all the 3 colors will be at different levels. Once the cartridge has been emptied, the refilling process will commence. The initial stage is to condition the cartridge. This can take around a minute. A deep vacuum is used to remove all the air from within the cartridge, especially from the foams. This is essential in order to produce a successful refill. The correct quantity of ink will now be pumped into the cartridge. This will take approximately 1 minute depending on the cartridge type. At the end of the cycle, it will be necessary to remove the cartridge and to select one of two cleaning options provided. Pull down the handle, lift the adapter, carefully remove the cartridge holding it in a tissue, push the adapter back into the vacuum chamber. Select either a full or partial clean. A full clean will also involve flushing the system with clean water. At the end of the cleaning cycle, an audible indication will be given saying that the operator is required. At this point, remove the cassette and the system will be ready for the next fill. The refilled cartridge now needs to be briefly cleaned in the ultrasonic bath. This should be for no more than approximately 10 seconds. Now remove the cartridge and carefully dab the head to remove any excess water or ink. Dab tests should now be performed. Do this multiple times. A continuous line of black ink should be seen. For a color cartridge, perform the same process. 3 separate and distinct color lines should be seen. The 3 lines will be cyan, yellow, and magenta. Now weigh the cartridge and check the weight is within that specified in the chart in the column Filled Weight. Apply a small amount of deadhead recovery fluid to the nozzle plate. Now apply a head sealing tape to the cartridge. Peel off the backing, push down very firmly onto the head, wrap the tape around the sides of the cartridge and around the top. Now attach a tick box label to the side of the cartridge, but not over the tape. Once applied, tick the first box. There are 9 positions, and after each fill, tick the next box. Insert the cartridge into a small zip-up plastic bag. Get as much air out of the bag as possible and then seal it. Fit the cartridge into a presentation box before handing it to the customer. This part of the demonstration shows how to fill HP 17, 23 and 78 cartridges. These are large format color cartridges. They use adapter CH. Locate the correct cassette for the cartridge to be filled. Press the Go button and scan the barcode in the normal way. Follow the on-screen instructions. Locate adapter CH. Again, follow the on-screen instructions. Insert the adapter into the vacuum chamber and connect the tubes to the connectors. Please note these are slightly offset to the normal positions for a color adapter. Follow the on-screen instructions and then insert the cassette and close the shutter door. The system will now prime the pipes and pump in the normal way. HP 17, 23 and 78 have small rubber bungs in the top of the cartridge which are required to be pushed in using the tool provided. Locate the cartridge into the slot in the tool provided and push firmly. Now remove the cartridge. Once the system has finished priming, it will request the operator inserts the cartridge. Push the cartridge in firmly, put the adapter back into the vacuum chamber, pull up the handle and lock it. This part of the demonstration shows how to fill HP 15 and 45 cartridges. These are large format black cartridges. They use adapter BF. The first task is to carefully remove the round label on the bottom of the cartridge using a knife or similar sharp tool. Take the adapter and put it upside down on top of the vacuum chamber. Insert the cartridge with the head uppermost and to the left, whilst holding the plastic part against the right-hand side. Now insert the cartridge and adapter in the vacuum chamber, pull up the handle and lock. Follow the on-screen instructions, pull down the handle, lift the adapter and cartridge and put upside down on top of the vacuum chamber. Using the punch provided, push the ball bearing in the bottom of the cartridge firmly down and in. Follow the on-screen instructions, connect the tube and needle assembly provided to the black connector and carefully insert the needle into the cartridge. When the filling has been completed, an audible indication will be given. Carefully remove the needle from the cartridge and wipe it clean. Allow it to dangle to the side of the vacuum chamber. Put a grub screw on the end of the screwdriver bit provided. Insert into the hole where the ball bearing was at the bottom of the cartridge and screw it in firmly until it is flush with the bottom of the cartridge. Follow the on-screen instructions. Turn the cartridge upside down. Insert back into the vacuum chamber. Pull up the handle and lock it into place. Press the go button and the system will prime the cartridge. When instructed to do so, remove the cartridge in the normal way. Now select the appropriate cleaning cycle. Once the cleaning cycle is complete, remove the tube. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you find it useful. For further information, please contact the Cartridge Expert.